Welcome back everyone to another episode of Valheim. In the last episode we were out in the open ocean biome, scouring the seas for leviathans and sea serpents. But in today's episode I think it's time that we are focusing a little bit more on our home, because we have neglected it for quite a bit. We only have this house here, and for future raids, once we have finally defeated the Elder and the other Forsaken bosses, we will be attacked by even worse enemies, so we have to prepare for that to happen. And also we need to work on our storage facilities, because like I said in the previous episode, we cannot no longer store all the items that we have, so yeah, let's get to it. But before that, I have also neglected the fermenter for quite a bit. This one has been done for many days, and we could have had quite a few healing potions and poison resistance potions, or meat, however you want to call it. So let's do that first. So how many are we getting once the resources are only on normal? We are getting 6 per batch, not bad. Let's see if we can make another one. Let's see here, fermenter, fine wood, bronze and resin. Right, let's see if we can actually make this middle one. Oh, sometimes there's just not enough space depending on how I turn things. I think that will do it. You know what? Let's make one more. I kinda like having 3 fermenters. Or placing it. Can I see? I think this should be fine. Yeah, that is definitely fine. Now, since we have 3 fermenters, we can make one of each. And I'm thinking minor healing, minor poison resistance, and the minor stamina, so let's make one of each. But the problem here is that we are going to use all of our honey and all of our mushrooms, so at some point we will have to farm more mushrooms and stuff. But the good thing about the mushrooms is that we can actually farm the yellow mushrooms once we are going back into the burial chambers, because we still need gold so we can buy the belt at the Haldor trader that we unlocked last night. Now, before I started this episode, I took the liberty of using the gardening tool here to level the ground as much as I could, all around the house here, except for where the very small garden is, because we are going to use the space here in order to make some fields so we can grow crops. And that reminds me, we need to collect the honey, because we are going to use more and more of it, especially now that we have 3 fermenters. Hey, do you want to see my new knife? It's very sharp. Anyway, the first thing I want to do is connect our staircase here with what is supposed to be a harbor later on. So yeah, my thoughts here are making, let's see what we can get here. Do like this, connect the wooden floor pieces here, and then make the staircases down, because we need it to be low enough for us to be able to enter our boats without too much hassle. And speaking of the boat, have you taken damage? Yeah, a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. The waves has been quite big. So anyway, let's start with the wooden beams. Place them like this so we can align it with the stairs. And the stairs has taken a little bit of rain damage. There was a storm here before, but that's okay. They won't completely destroy. Then we'll use the floor pieces here. And I'm holding down shift just to align it higher up than the ground. Like this. Okay, so now we have like the base height of what I want to do, which will make this so much easier. And hey, mister, you also want to test my knife. Thank you. Can you just keep coming like this and provide me with wood? Or resin, because we are always in need of resin. No, we're not. Oh, we did a little mistake here. We want to align the floor pieces and not the ground. There we go. Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. We'll just test. And then we'll add the floor pieces again like this. Now, the reason why I want 3 floor pieces is because I want to make an opening here on both sides. But also, you know, have enough room for actually moving around. Because if we decide to make like small fences like this, it would be annoying that we'll have to go out here and then out here. You know, we need our space. But this was actually not a bad idea. Let's do this. Okay, kind of connect them like this. And we will actually break this down. And add a small wooden pillar. Then we'll of course repair the damage that we have caused. But what I want to do here... Can I actually do it? Maybe we don't even have to do it. So what I want to do here is actually make the fence. Very sturdy fence, but hey, a fence nonetheless. There we go. Looks better already. Wooden beams on both sides. Maybe we can actually do this. That would be amazing if it works. but I'm not sure. Let's see here. You can actually do it. That's nice. Good to know here in the future. Because if we were doing the big poles from the beginning, then you wouldn't be able to connect on the side here. Oh. Okay, so here comes the tricky part. Because we want to be able to connect it to the water, but we are so high up here. We will probably already have to make the stairs. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the stairs and see how much I actually have to go down. And then we will make it pretty, or at least as pretty as we can make it. Maybe like this, will it work? Yeah, it's fine. And then we'll just put this one down. And the first beam here. Oh, the water. This is gonna be problematic with the heavy waves here, but it is what it is. This is how it is to live at our location. Right, that was the staircase. It overlaps a little bit here, but hey, I'm not too picky. I can live with it 100%. So, I was thinking, why not making a little bit more charming? Let's do this. Oh, wait, that is wrong. Wanna place the pillars at the right angle. There we go. Probably need to make it at least too high. Now, it would be amazing if we actually had some kind of a wood piece here that could bend a little bit so we could close the holes and actually protect our stairs here. But hey, we'll work with what we got. Unless you have an idea, please comment down below. I would love to hear how we could actually cover this up. I was thinking maybe just a bunch of wood beams. I mean, it would be a lot of work, but hey, what works, works. Now, we need to make the dock. But I'm guessing we also need to make another wood bench here for now. Just so we can build out here. And now we'll be with. I mean, we cannot avoid it. This is a fate for all harbor builders. Oh, thank you, new building system. I love you. And now we can do Q, Q, and another one, right? Okay, boat. I just need you to be still. I don't want you to move in. Oh, be careful, be careful. It doesn't have to be that far out, but I do want space enough for at least one more boat, because we are getting the big one at some point once we unlock the iron. One down there, and one down there. Building has never been easier. I'm surprised with how big the waves are in this area. It feels like they're always this big. Maybe it was a bad idea to be in this end at the island. I don't know, but we'll have to work with what we got. Now we just need a floor. That would probably have helped if we built that a little bit earlier, but yeah. And then we'll use the floor to determine where it's supposed to be. And then we will remove these two beams. And we'll add some stairs. Oh, come on, water. And we will make the beam here just because we do want it to be beautiful. Yeah, I think the harbor is done now. I'm quite satisfied with how it went. We have room here for the longboat, and I know we have a little bit of issues with the high waves, but it is what it is. And it's quite easy to park, but at least the house is safe because we are so high up on the ground. And we have an extra spot here just in case a friend is visiting us or will help us doing some raids, who knows. That was the harbor completed. Now we need a storage facility because our bedroom cannot contain any more storage chests, so yeah, this is definitely the next thing we need. Let's see here. I mean, I want stuff to be worked on here with the smelter and all that stuff, so I'm guessing it would be a good idea to, you know, make the facility here. Yeah, let's see how it works. We will start with the small wooden pole here. And we'll definitely make it 5 floor wide. Oh, we need a workbench. Of course we do. Let's build one over here. It's always a good idea to place workbenches all around the building site, so you won't get these issues that I have right now. 3, 4, and then we remove this 5. Just get one more forward here, and then we'll go all the way around. And hopefully this will be enough, because then we'll just curve the ceiling a little bit. We can always make this type of ceiling. Oh, we can always make this type of ceiling. Will this be too high? I think it'll work. So let's just do like this. And then we can always change it, so we're getting a little bit more of a round form. We'll definitely be able to store a lot of items here. Let's see if we can actually make it. Don't fall, don't fall. I mean, we can do like this, at least that'll add some support. There we go, much better. Yeah, I think this is good. Mister, how many of you are going to sacrifice yourselves to my knife? I don't know, I see the ups and downs of building a storage building with this height. It looks a little bit over-exaggerated, to be honest, but at the same time, we will be able to fit a lot more chests in here. And I mean, our main building is also quite high up, so it's okay. And now it's time for the roof. We'll just place all the 45-degree ones first, otherwise this is going to take longer than needed. And now if it starts raining, we don't really care, because now everything beneath the roof will be protected. I guess it was a good idea to build the roof as fast as possible, because yeah, we do have a storm, or at least very, very rainy weather. So we can continue in here while being relatively dry. Yeah, the wet buff is going down, good. But let's continue, this show must go on. I do appreciate the housewarming, but nope. That's much better. Now the sun is coming back and we are getting blinded once again. But hey, at least we can see and we can be dry. And I think we'll try with the half wall this time around. And then of course, we'll make it a little bit more smooth, like this. Right, let's work on the walls. We definitely need that if we want to fit anything in here. Now I know putting down the wooden beams here won't really make too much of a difference, but I really like removing all these weird corners here, making it a little bit more smooth. At least in my eyes, it's a little bit more smooth. Now in Valheim, we do have different kinds of chests, but for now, our technology only allows us to craft these wooden chests here, or whatever they're called. I guess they're just called chests. But later on, once we unlock the iron, we'll be able to craft the iron chests, which can hold or contain a lot more than this. I think actually it's twice as much at least. So the size of the chest will also be bigger than this one. So we'll have to keep that in mind once we are making our little inventory here. So the first thing I like to do is look at the long wooden beam, because it's actually a good way to find out how much space you have for the chests. Then I place down a long wooden pole right about here. Then I'll connect the pole with a long wooden beam, and then another pole by the end of the beam, then rinse and repeat. And now I can remove the wooden beams down here. We don't really need them anymore because we have the correct distance between them. The reason why I'm doing this now is because of the iron chests that are bigger than these chests. The distance between the poles actually fits them very well, so it looks decent, and that is why I'm doing this now, and with these we can always change them later. And the reason why I also make the pole is that now we can make signs above the chest showing what's in the different chests. And now for the signs, we'll just place one here. And here's a little tip if you don't know. If you type like this, color equals white, and close it up like this, the text will disappear, which means now the game knows that we want to type with a different color. And I can do like this, wood. And now the sign shows white. You see, instead of doing like this, and we'll just say wood, you can clearly see the difference between them, and that the white one is so much easier to see. So yeah, we will be using the white ones for now. Now what you can do to make this much easier, if you have to make multiple signs and you want to use the white color, just copy paste the text from a Word document or whatever, and then you can just copy paste it in. Nothing happens, then we know hopefully that it works and we can test it out. Yeah, there we go. And you can see as it gets a little bit darker in here, it's still very clearly visible to see what we have. Okay, that was the storehouse, and we have moved almost all of our materials inside the building, except for the wood we need now for building an area for the smelter and the kiln and whatever we need in the future. I don't think I have enough. I've been farming a little bit extra wood, because one cart with this was definitely not enough to build the harbor and this building, so I'm guessing it won't be enough for this thing as well. But hey, let's begin with what we have. First things first though, let's see, I'm thinking maybe we'll build like a round one here, and then it ends like here, making some sort of a wall. So we'll have to move a little bit more ground here, which is going to take a little bit of time, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, I hope this will be enough, but let's see. We might as well start, and we can always adjust the ground while we are building as well. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is probably a good spot. We'll place down a few wooden beams, and then we will slowly turn it. And this will roughly be our smelting area. But since I'm going freestyle today, I'm hoping it will turn out nicely. Now, this is not going to be the wall. We want to build a wall outside of the area that we are already building in, but it's easier to make the wall after you've made whatever you want, because it's not always easy to find out how much space you actually need. And voila! New place for our smelter and kiln, but it kinda looks like a stable more than anything, so interesting, okay. But I didn't think about that before it was actually done, so let's see if we can actually have room for it. We have the kiln here. I guess it can have its own little stable here. There we go. Let's see, in the middle, as far back as possible, because we want the smoke to get out of the window that we have made. There we go. That is good. And oh, we have so much coal here. Can we actually make another chest? We can when we destroy this one. And I guess we'll just make the chest over here. Furniture, chest. Make it right here. Dump the coal in. And I guess we'll leave some wood as well, just when we need to put in the kiln. And you know what? No, wait. We'll get some of the woods. There we go. Now all the smelting stuff will be catched in here. Yeah, I like this. Okay, we might as well load it up. I mean, it's not the best work that I've done, but I kind of like this, regardless. It's spacey, and it's like, it's its own little place. So yeah. Right, the next thing we need to do is to work on the field. And I feel like it's been ages since I've actually made these carrots, so let's see what happens once we collect them. We unlock the carrot soup and some other goodies, and we'll just put them in the chest in here, or dump it here for now, because all of this is going to be a small field that we are going to use for carrots and whatever stuff we can grow at some point. So let's remove this big rock here, we don't need that one. I also want the honey to get a little bit closer to us as well. So I just did what any normal Viking would do. I showed the earth who's boss by picking on it, marked the field around the area with a small fence just because, placed an entrance to the field with a small wooden door, built a tiny wannabe shed to make a place for the seeds and the gardening tools. And then I built a little something for my bees so they would be closer to the base. Right, for the cultivation part, let's see here. We might as well go as far out as we can, so we can utilize the ground that we have made. But I don't want to go all the way outside of the fence. I mean, I guess it can't be completely avoided. And it looks like while we are doing this, it also levels the ground a little bit. I mean, I like this. I am very satisfied with this. And we'll just plant all of our carrots, because we don't really have that many, so we might as well produce a few seeds, so we have much more to consume. And now it's time to go inside, because I don't want to be in this weather. Raids will only get tougher as you progress through the world of Valheim, but there are ways to help defend your home from these threats. One option for us is to build a moat with the pickaxe. Another option is to build a wall all around our home, and we can also add spikes that will damage enemies once they get too close. Since with this playthrough we are not playing with permadeath, I think it'll be fine for now just to use the stake walls, and if it gets too tough for us, we'll just add a little bit of sharp stakes all around the walls, and if that won't help, then we'll use the pickaxe in order to make a moat since we are so close to the water. I actually think that's possible. So let's begin, shall we? First we'll start by building a workbench, otherwise we are not allowed to build any walls. And we'll build the wall as far out as possible, but still they need to be high enough in order to stop anything. Now you see here, this is what you don't want, because right now the game is trying to align them so they are perfectly in sync with each other. But when I hold the shift key, it will actually raise the wall a little bit, because this is where the ground starts. So this is what you want to do. You want to make them align if you can, and then you press the shift key, then you raise the wall like that. I don't do anything but pressing the shift key, and then you click. because they'll still be next to each other, but they will raise according to ground. And that is basically how you do it. So now all there's left to do is to continue this process all around the camp. And with the newly raised walls that stretches all around our base, we stand a much better chance at surviving the upcoming raids, and we are going to need all the help that we can get, especially later on. And now I wonder what we should do next.